You still haven't escaped high school. You start as Rita in 187 alongside Samuel I Am the Man L. Jackson. What was it like working with an iconic actor such as him?
Well, he is the man, you know, and he was the man. Such a professional, you know. I guess the only regret I have it was that again that I because I was in a way the only girl, there was Kelly Rowland who was the teachers, but she and I never really like had scenes together and stuff. So it was me and the guys, and Sam, and I think because I was a girl, I was like, how do I get in here? I don't want, yeah. So I didn't quite, and that was again my own, I guess, shyness in a way, my own reserve, kind of quality. And I think that had I not had that, I would have been able to have just interacted with him more like the way the fellas were. It was like, hey, Sam, blah, 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 and I'm there like, hello, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. So that was, I do have regrets about how my limitations in approaching that. Yeah, but it was great to work with him. He was, like I said, just very, very, just very professional, and he lived for that,
Yeah.
I
for
was
being there.
I'm always curious about this because you of course, I don't know if you have a topless scene in the film, and
And bottomless. I mean,
Yes. She's on the sofa.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's on the sofa.
So I notice when it plays on television, it's almost like a completely different scene with different angles and everything. Like they don't just blur out the nudity. It's like they got separate shots to avoid it. And I was wondering
I
if
did not know that.
okay, so
I don't think I've ever seen it on cable,
so that answers
I
my
didn't know.
question because I was wondering if they did that proactively, like maybe going for a PG-13, or if they were just planning to have shots for television. But that answers that question. So if
Yeah, I guess they must have done it, and gosh, I don't know. I have a lot of growing to do because I was watching something, and what was it? I think it was Helen Mirren. She did her master class on acting, and she was talking about how you should observe and watch what people are doing and all that. I don't. I'm like this. I'm in my own little bubble. So I would not have noticed what they were doing with all that stuff anyway. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question though. How do you mentally prepare for something like that? Because we heard you say how you were shy as when it came to improv, but if you have the script, you come prepared. So was this knowing ahead of time something like this was going to happen, and you were just mentally saying, "I'm psyched out. I'm going to do this." How do you mentally prepare for a scene like
You
that?
mean that specific scene?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that I wasn't concerned about the nudity. I was
Okay.
concerned about getting to the emotional place of the character. That was actually my bigger concern,
Okay.
which I was glad to have that to focus on, and
Hmm.
not, because if it was maybe like a more frivolous kind of scene, I would have been
Hmm.
like, all right, and now I'm naked, but because of what the character's going through, yeah.
Right, because he literally tells her to get like what? How? Maybe
He Black Snake moaned
you're
her.
right. Like get dressed. And
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. No, what? You don't.
Wait, you guys are saying such good stuff and I'm missing it. Go ahead.
I said he Black Snake moaned you. It was the original.
Yes, like for him to tell, like I love what you're saying. You're saying, hey, listen, I wanted to be in that mental space as the character, because I think what people fail to realize is, as a woman, or the character you were playing at the time, she felt she had to give herself to him because that's what he wanted, but he didn't. And when he tells her to put on her clothes and get dressed, it's like, damn, you don't want this. What else do I have to offer? So for you to display that emotion, I think it came off great.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank
Hmm.
you.
Yeah,
That's
it
really what I
totally.
was concerned with. Can I
Yeah.
tell you guys? Okay, so I tried to, um, so we shot that scene. It was like a closed set and everything, right?
Hmm.
And again, and then part of me was like, is there something weird about me that I'm not, that it wasn't about the nudity for me. I was like, all right, whatever, you know what I mean? But so when we were watching dailies, so that was closed. They closed that as well to watch that, right? So I said to, I think was it the DP? I was like, I want to play a trick on Kevin. And so the director. And so I was like, can you, when they're panning to me, they're naked on the couch, can you cue up the music to the Crying Game?
Oh my God. That's awesome. Oh God. Yeah, now that's awesome.
Yeah. And he did it. Yeah.
What was the response to that?
Wait, nothing. So dissatisfying.
Oh my
The
God.
most dissatisfying, because Kevin's just there watching, and they really go, you know, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, and he's like just watching and stuff, and I'm like, Kevin, it's the man, never mind, forget it. Yeah,
Oh
it didn't even register with him.
Why don't you subscribe? It'll last longer.